Good morning. Um, moving my computer. Come on. It's being goofy. Just gonna get started here in just a moment. Okay. It is 10:01, so we're gonna go ahead and just get started. Good morning and welcome to the Declutter Your Life workshop, a simple three-step system to get and stay organized. My name is Sally Bisbee. I am the owner of Simply Sally Coaching, along with Simply Sally Organizing. You are in the right place today if you are constantly overwhelmed by the chaos of daily life, if you are tired of constantly playing catch up with housework and your to-do list, if you are ready for a simple, realistic system that actually works in your life, and you're ready to clear clutter from your life for good. We have one goal today that is for you to leave with a plan to declutter your life for good. There is a special bonus I will be sending you for showing up live today. It is my weekly reset checklist. I will share with you later on. We will talk more about this and just want to say a thank you for showing up today and carving out this time for yourself and just being here and taking in all I have to share with you. So, um, a little bit about me. My name is Sally. I am a mom of three. Those are my kiddos there. My oldest will be 22 in just a couple weeks. My little are 9 and 6. So I have the fun of knowing all the stages of motherhood, especially being in the throes of young kids and college kids right now, which is super fun. I own three businesses: my coaching business, my organizing business, and then I also own my Simply Sally Creations craft business. I am super type A. Organizing and decluttering is my happy, it makes me so happy. I love it. I love teaching other people and sharing about it. Love having systems in my life. If I could be outside all the time, I would, except that we live in Minnesota and we know how fun that is living in Minnesota and just not that great to be outside all the time. So, a few years ago, I decided that I was sick of living a life of constant overwhelm and decided to just declutter every area of my life. My house is pretty decluttered all the time, but really worked on my schedule and commitments and just the mental clutter in my life. And now I get to share that with you. Feel free to comment in the chat box if you want. If you want to let me know if you're a mom, how many kids you have, feel free to drop something in there, ask questions at any time. Here is the reality of mom life. Mom life is stressful and exhausting. It's also rewarding, we know this, but it can just be a lot. Mom life can be overwhelming. All the stuff that we have to do, dishes, laundry, keeping up on all the stuff, dealing with meltdowns like I did this morning. My 6-year-old did not want to go to school. She did not want to wake up. She loves school. She just doesn't want to wake up. So we had a major meltdown and we, dealt with it and moved on because that is what you have to do as a mom. Mom life is chaotic. There's never enough time in the day. We know this. It is one of the reasons why I do what I do and really just have focused on my own life and now help my clients do the same of really just decluttering their life and creating more time and space in your life for what matters. Today's goal is that I want you to leave today feeling calm and in control, having a plan in place of like next steps, what you can do to um, declutter your life. I want you to feel more organized and focused, to just be able to have a plan to get your life organized, not only physically, but just like the mental part of life as well. and to leave here feeling clear-minded. Just again, clearing that mental clutter from our life is such a wonderful thing to do to just free up space and time in our own life. Here's what you'll walk away with today: a simple three-step plan to clear the mental and physical clutter. That is what we will be talking about throughout this workshop. Plan to create simple systems for your home and your life, and strategies to maintain the organization long term. This is going to be a quick workshop, just a half an hour. I want to be respectful of your time. I won't be able to tell you everything I know. So at the end of this, I'm also going to present an opportunity. If there is something that you want more one-on-one help with, I'm going to share with you an opportunity of different ways you can work with me to create a more personalized plan for how to take the stuff I'm sharing today to relate it to your own life. Before we start, let's talk a little bit about why decluttering matters. Decluttering matters. Obviously, clutter impacts your mental health, your stress, your time management. We know all those things. Our physical environment is so important. I think for anything like me, like when my home is messy or chaotic, I feel it. And a chaotic home a lot of times leads to a chaotic mind. There's a connection between physical clutter, mental overwhelm, and emotional burnout, which is why my mission is really just um, to help other moms really just declutter and get rid of anything unnecessary in their life, not just physical. While there's plenty of physical stuff that we want to get rid of, I think there's a lot more mental clutter that us moms hold on to, and just getting rid of it is so important. So I want to share a little bit about my story. This is my family pictures from a few years ago. This is when um, life really hit me hard, I will say. This is around the ages my kids were 2, 5, and 17. So I was in the throe of like toddler preschool years, and then high school drama, fun high school teenagers. For any of you who have daughters that haven't been through it yet, just wait. Super fun. I love my daughter, but it was a lot. So I remember just waking up every morning, just feeling like so overwhelmed, like I was drowning, like I was just behind on everything. And I just knew that something had to give. I couldn't go on living this way every day. And also, I'd already been a mom for 17 years, but I had a 2-year-old at the time, and I knew I had many years of like in the depths of mom life ahead of me. And so I woke up one day and I was like, I'm done. I'm not living this way anymore. And so I made a plan to literally just declutter my life. Like, how can I just simplify my life? What can I get rid of out of my life? What is like unnecessary stress that I have in my life that I can get rid of, make my life better and run smoother, and I can enjoy it and present for these little years that go by way too fast. And so I just made some big changes, stuff I'm going to share with you throughout this, and really got my life to a place where it's just runs with a lot more ease. It's much less stressful. Even like today, when my daughter, that lovely, cute little one right there, um, had a meltdown this morning. I was able to just focus on that because I don't have clutter around me. My house was clean, it's picked up. We always pick up at the end of the day to wake up to a clean house, and it just makes a huge difference to be able to deal with those moments there. It is my belief that decluttering is the most effective way to gain back time, energy, and sanity. And who doesn't want that, right? We all want more time in our life. Sanity is good too. So let's dive in. Step one of this is to simplify, clearing the mental and physical clutter from your life. What is clutter? So we know that clutter is the physical stuff that is around us, but it's more than that. It's schedules, it's commitments, it's thoughts, digital clutter, phones these days, and all the stuff that we have to look at. It's really anything that takes up space in your life that doesn't deserve to be there. The benefits of decluttering, one of the biggest benefits is just time. You gain back more time. You're not wasting time looking for stuff, cleaning up stuff, wondering where stuff is. When you clear your schedule, you gain back time by not overcommitting yourself to stuff that you don't have time for. You'll be able to better focus on what truly matters and just be more present for the uh, the season of life that you're in right now, which I think is so important. No matter if you have little kids or grown kids, like they still need us. My daughter's a senior in college, and she needs me almost as much, if not more, than my little one some days. So just so good to declutter any way you can. Decluttering basics. Let's talk about clearing physical and mental clutter from your life. So we'll start with physical clutter. When it comes to clearing physical clutter, start small. I always tell people, especially when talking about my organizing and stuff, that, you know, don't, excuse me, don't start with your master closet. Probably not the best place, right? That's generally, if you haven't cleaned your closet in a while, it's probably pretty overwhelming and takes a lot. So start small. Pick one space, such as a drawer, or set a timer for 15 minutes and just see how much you can get done. Uh, when decluttering, use the 3 box method. This is what I use when I do my organizing jobs. Now, 3 box is metaphorical because I don't usually use a box for the stuff that people keep. But having three, deciding, are you going to keep an item? Are you going to donate an item? Are you going to trash an item? Um, Anything that you're going to keep, find a home for it. Figure out where it goes, where it belongs, in a closet, in a drawer, put it away, find a place. Have a box to donate stuff. I love There are tons of places that literally come right to your doorstep and pick up donations and will pick up almost anything. And, mattresses and stuff are hard to get rid of, but almost anything, clothes, toys, that kind of stuff. I think once a month have somebody come to my house and pick stuff up and then throw away anything that is broken or stained that you won't use. And then if you're getting ready to get rid of that physical clutter, start with an easy area to gain momentum. A junk drawer. Clear off the front of your fridge, kitchen counter, bathroom counter. Visual clutter is such a big thing. When there is visual clutter around us, when stuff is chaotic and messy, it really does affect us. And so those areas like your kitchen counter, having a clear counter really helps. Not having stuff on the front of your fridge. Um, I love my husband. He's not very opinionated about a lot of stuff, but when we moved into this house that we live in now, like 9 years ago, he's like, "You're not putting anything on the fridge." I was like, "Oh, okay." So our fridge is free except for a couple sports magnets, which we have to have on there. Just helps keep things look clean. When it comes to physical clutter, ask yourself these questions when you are decluttering. When was the last time I used this item? Do I have more than one of this item? What is it costing me to hold on to this? The 2020 rule is a good one. Can it be replaced for under $20 in 20 minutes? If so, let it go. Just a good rule of thumb. If it's taking up space and you don't really need it, and it's something like easy to replace should you ever need it again in a year or 2 years, let it go. And while it's a little gross, it's a funny one I heard, and I think it's a good one. If a dog pooped on this, would I keep it? Sometimes it's good to just think about that. Is it something that I would actually clean off and keep if that happened? Mental clutter. So mental clutter is all the stuff that just clogs up our mind. So as a mom, it is that stuff that is constantly running through our minds. What do the kids have going on tomorrow? What sports sign up is coming soon? When do I have to sign them up for camp? When do they need a doctor's appointment? When do they need the next season's worth of clothes? All those things that as moms we just constantly have going through our brain. And I found a good way to clear the mental clutter is by doing a brain dump. This visual here is not mine, but is one that I found that I thought was really, really good. Brain dump is really just taking everything that's in your mind and writing it down on paper. I do this a lot at night because, of course, as a mom, that is when a lot of things swarm through my head. I lay down in bed and like, right, my son needs this for school tomorrow, or my daughter needs, new, you know, shoes because she's almost outgrown hers or whatever. And so keeping a pen and paper next to your bed, or if you're like me, I have my phone next to my bed. So a lot of times I will just open up a notes and like put stuff in there. And it's taking everything that's in your mind and putting it onto paper so that you don't have to remember it anymore because it's there, it's on paper. It's just a good way to clear it. Um, this visual is a really good way. Writing it all down there and then making that list, making a list of the top 3 things. What are the most important things that you need to get done right away that you need to take care of? What are 3 easy things that you can do and do them and cross them off, which feels so good, and then what are the next 3 things that you wanna get done? Just a nice visual list that, helps get it out of your head and onto paper so you don't have to use mental space remembering all that stuff. Other areas of clutter to clear from your life, schedules and commitments. This was something big for me when I went through the way I was feeling a few years ago was really just looking at what are all the things that I'm committed to and what is my schedule life and schedule. Am I allowing free time to be in my life? I wasn't at that time. Anyone that knows me knows I'm very like, go, go, go. I love I love being busy. It is my happy and I've accepted and that's okay with me. But I also found that if I have plans every single night, that it's too much. My kids don't do well with it. I don't do well with it. So really like looking at my schedule and figuring out what things are good for me, what are adding something to my life versus taking away something from my life and just knowing the season of life I am into. Things I've talked with clients before of like, sometimes in the season of life when you have little kids, like being committed to a lot of things, it just isn't the season of life we're in. And there's always, knowing that we can recommit to things later on in life when maybe life settles down. It doesn't always. I don't know that life ever truly settles down, but maybe someday, right? Relationships, which I always joke is a thing for a whole nother workshop, but just really looking at the relationships you have in your life, really friendships and seeing are those friendships good for you? Are they adding to your life? Are they friends that are building you up and giving you value, or is it something that's very one-sided that you are constantly pouring into and not getting anything back from? Just really looking at how those are affecting your life. And then digital clutter. Again, phones. Um, I love phones, but I hate them as much as the next person too. A few years ago, I deleted the Facebook app off my phone. I was realizing that I was spending way too much time scrolling through Facebook and of no benefit to me, aside from every once in a while you see cute pictures of kids that you haven't seen for a while and it's fun. But I just thought, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna delete this off my phone. And I still go on Facebook, but I'm intentional about when I do go on it so that it isn't sucking up my time and my energy when that could be better used for other things. Just a quick exercise. You can do this if you have a piece of paper in front of you. If you don't, you can enter it in your phone or just do it mentally too. But list 3 areas of your house that feel chaotic or cluttered. Could be the kitchen counter, the bathroom closet, the entryway, any, just list them. And then this week, choose one of those spaces to start declutter. Just think if you spent 15 minutes each day for a week, that space would be decluttered and you would build that momentum and really start to see some change, which would be awesome. Quick recap of step 1. When it comes to decluttering your life, the first step is to simplify every area of your life, both physically and mentally. Start small, you'll create momentum and build confidence. Step 2 is to organize. Create simple systems that actually work. What is an effective system? An effective system is a repeatable process that makes life easier. For me, the one I always share is laundry. When I talk to moms, it is one of the biggest things that moms struggle with is keeping on top of laundry. And so for me, I do 1 load of laundry every day. I wake up in the morning, I toss the load in. I already did it for today. At some point during the day, I switch it, and then at night, I fold the clothes. Little pro tip, I no longer put away clothes in my house. My husband does. It was one of the things a few years ago too. I learned I really need to start asking for help. And my husband is very willing to help. It is talk. We have a lot of times of we are a team. This is our family, our house. He helps, so he puts away all the clothes, which is wonderful. So if you have somebody who will help, then ask because it's wonderful having that help. More examples of effective systems, having an ongoing donation box. So I take one of the big Amazon boxes that I get all too often, toss it down in my storage room. If you don't have a storage room, put it in a closet or the garage. And anytime you have donations and your kids outgrow something, there's a toy that they don't play with, toss it in there. When the box is full, drop it off someplace or have someplace come pick it up. The weekly reset, which we will talk about a little bit later. Amazon Subscribe and Save. I love Amazon Subscribe and Save. All the things that I need to buy every month: shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, garbage bags, all those stuff. I just have them set up so they ship and come to me every month, so I don't have to think about it. It's wonderful. It just takes that off my plate, which is great. Three key areas to organize in your home: your household, your schedule, and yourself. First area, your household, making sure everything has a home. I always tell people, when everything has a home, it's just easier. It's easier to find. There's a whole thing of put something away, not down. It literally takes like 60 extra seconds to actually just put something away versus setting it down on the kitchen counter. Like, take the extra 10 steps and put it in the cupboard. Usually pretty easy. It's a big thing for my kids too. My 6-year-old loves Barbies, dolls, everything. She constantly like, oh, where's the Barbie with the purple hair? I'm like, well, it should be in the pink box in your room. And so just teaching her that when we put stuff away where it belongs, it's easier to find it when we need it. Start small. Again, probably not your master closet unless it's really what's bugging you the most, but ask for help, get your family involved. My kids know that uh, we clean up at the end of the night and stuff gets put away, and they're good at doing that. Area two, your schedule. Do that weekly reset, which I will talk about in the next section. Having a top 3 list each day. Each morning I start my day, I take a Post-it out and I write the top 3 things that I want to get done that day. That way it's in front of me. I make a plan as to when I want to do those things, and then I make sure that I actually get them down or get them done. They're written down. Look at all your commitments and make sure that they actually fit in your life. Again, just making sure that you aren't committing to things that are taking away from what you really want to be doing in life. And then having a weekly touch base with your spouse. If you're married, this is something that's been huge for me. My husband and I sit down usually at the beginning of the week and then right before the weekend too, with like, hey, what's our week look like? Here is when our son has sports, our daughter has activities. Here's the nights I have plans. Here's the night you have plans. Just kind of figuring out what is going on and that we're on the same page. We know what's going on. Area 3, yourself. Making sure that you find time for self-care, scheduling it in like you would a meeting. So important to get that self-care in. And it can be different. For me, it is getting a walk in every day and finding time with friends. Those are like my 2 most important things that I make sure happen as often as I can. Making lists of things that cause you stress and finding ways to get rid of them. And then on the flip side, making a list of things that make you happy and doing more of those things. Those back when I was feeling super overwhelmed when my kids were little, that was one of the things I did. I did what I called Operation Happy and made a list of all the things that like really make me happy. And I was like, okay, how do I get more of these things in my life? Because being a mom, while great, can be a lot. And the more things I can do to make myself happy, the better. The number one mistake that keeps people stuck in the clutter cycle is organizing before they declutter. So obviously, if you're going to organize, you're just moving stuff around. So it's always best to declutter, get rid of the stuff first, and then organize and get everything in place. Um, Another exercise, I should not call this a quick exercise. This is a come back to later, but I'll just tell you and you can come back to after this workshop. So make a list of all your reoccurring commitments you have in a week. So sports, meetings, any of those things, but also things like laundry, doing the dishes, washing towels, washing sheets, packing lunches, packing bags, any of those. And then choose one of those commitments to either let go of if you can or to delegate. It's for help from your kids, from your spouse. Um, I've learned a lot in my 22 years of being a mom that says moms like feel like we need to do it all, but we don't really need to. And I'm lucky enough. My husband is very willing to help. I just have to ask, and turns out he will help with a lot of things. I just need to like actually tell him I need the help and can use the help. So let go of some of that stuff. Step 2, recap. When it comes to decluttering your life, organizing your household, schedule, and self are equally important. It's important to declutter before you start to organize so you don't just spend time rearranging the clutter. Step 3, sustain. How to keep it organized for the long term. You're like, okay, Sally, now I know I got to declutter. I know I got to organize, but how do I actually keep it organized for a long term? First, let's talk about why organization fails over time. If you don't build good habits to actually stay on top of it, it's going to fail. If you create unrealistic systems that don't actually fit with your life, it's going to fail. So it's really important to create habits and systems that work in your life that you can keep on top of. How to create habits that actually stick. I always tell people consistency over perfection. Like my goal in all this with my coaching, with my organizing and stuff too, is not to tell people that you need to have a perfectly clean house all the time. That isn't the goal. The goal is to just really create systems in your life to make staying on top of all that stuff happen with ease and not stress. And so really starting small, and it really does turn into long-term success. So the two we're going to talk about are habit stacking and weekly reset. Habit stacking. Habit stacking is a technique where you attach a new habit to one that you already have established. Creates an easy, natural flow and ensures the new habit becomes part of a daily routine without feeling overwhelmed. So here's how it works. You take a habit you already do, such as brushing your teeth, making coffee, putting the kids to bed, and then you with pair a new habit with the established one. So example, if you make coffee in the morning, after you make your coffee, you make your top 3 list. You just know that, oh, when I make my coffee, I do this. Or like for me, this is when after I put my kids to bed, I know that I come back out to the kitchen and I prep their lunches and their backpacks and snacks for the next day. So I don't have to do it in the morning. So it's a less chaotic morning. Builds on habits you're already doing, make it easier. It removes decision fatigue by giving you a predictable trigger. And those small, consistent actions snowball into lasting routines over time. The weekly resets which I was telling you about. This is something I'm going to send to you after an actual printout thing that you can have. But the weekly reset is just dedicated time to review the past week, declutter your physical and mental space, and set your week up for success. How does it work? You're going to reflect on the past week. What worked well? What didn't? What do I still have to do? What didn't I get done? You're going to set time aside to do a quick 15 to 30 minutes tidying up the high traffic areas, your kitchen, your living room, your entryway, the stuff that you see and you're in it every day. And then plan for your week ahead. In this the weekly reset that I'll be emailing you after this, I have a nice, wonderful printout that's like a weekly printout that's got day by day that you can put in all your stuff, what meetings you have, what appointments, plan for stuff, meal planning, all those. Just have a printout that plans for your week ahead. I do this every Sunday, kind of make a plan for my week. It just helps my week go smoother. Why is this reset important? It just helps prevent tasks and clutter from piling up, reduces the overwhelm, gives you a sense of control, helps you enter the week with clarity and intention, chance to check in with yourself and really prioritize what matters most. How to deal with setbacks. Obviously, being a mom is hectic. There's always going to be setbacks. I always tell people, give yourself grace. It's totally normal not for this to just come naturally. Just if you fall off track, hop back on. Do your brain dump, do a weekly reset, and go again. Um, how to set yourself up for success. Ask for help. Find accountability through a friend or a coach. Get your family involved. Make simple systems that work for everybody in your house. Stay consistent. Get back that time and energy and sanity that we all crave. Another quick exercise. You make a quick list of 2 to 3 habits that you do without thinking. Those things, making coffee, making your bed, whatever things those are. Brainstorm one small habit that you can pair with each of these to streamline your day and make things easier. Step 3 recap. When it comes to sustaining a decluttered life, habit stacking and weekly resets can greatly help. And a reminder, give yourself grace. If you are trying to, declutter and you get momentum and then it stops, like pick up where you left off. Keep going. Quick recap. We have just a few minutes left. I know I said it's going to be half an hour, and I'm already at a half an hour. So just a few minutes left. The 3-step system. Simplify. Get rid of any unnecessary stress from your life. Anything that is cluttering up your life that you don't need, get rid of it. Organize. Create simple systems that help you get and stay organized. Sustain. Build habits to get up and continue on. What next? So if you are loving everything I'm talking about, and you're like, okay, all this sounds good, but I don't know how to actually apply it to my own life, or I don't trust that I'll actually do this stuff once I get off this call with you, I have put together this Mom Life Simplified Personalized Power Hour. This is a 1 hour virtual coaching session where you meet with me and we talk about and create a personalized plan for you to figure out where is the biggest sort of overwhelm in your life? What areas need to be cluttered? What systems can you put in your own life to actually make your life run smoother and to get rid of that clutter from your life? Why this session will help you. It's a great starting point. Really just gives you a great place to start. It is a doable plan tailored to your life. You don't have to figure it out alone. You can work with me and we will identify what's working, what's not, what needs to be changed. Just be able to have somebody come alongside you and help look at like, okay, what are some simple things you can do that just can help you gain back time in your life? What you will get in this personalized power hour, you'll get clarity on your overwhelm. We're going to find out what is causing you overwhelm, what is causing you not to be able to declutter your life and really figure out where to go. You're going to get a simple 5 step action plan, personalized strategies, systems. We're going to just talk about different easy things you can do in your life to just start making those changes that you want to make, and just a sense of relief walking away knowing that you have a plan and support. This is perfect for you if you feel constantly behind, don't know where to start, you're overwhelmed by the mental and physical clutter in your life, if you crave more structure, if you want that personalized help, if you're ready to make small, realistic changes that have big impact. What happens after the session, you're gonna have a plan in place. You're gonna feel more in control, less stressed. You're gonna have a plan to create systems in your life that are gonna just help your life run more smoothly. Just wanted to share a couple testimonials with you from past coaching clients. The biggest shift I noticed immediately after our consult was the change in mindset from feeling so overwhelmed. My biggest aha moment in working with Sally was realizing that it does not have to be this way, the way it has been my entire life forever, that I'm capable of making changes in my life. It is not selfish to invest in yourself. Truthfully, it's a very intentional use of time, money, and energy for yourself and has a domino effect on your family. The time is now. There is still time. It's not too late. I thought it was too late for me for way too long and came up with every excuse and justification to stay stuck. It just does not have to be this way. I love this one with the domino effect. I think it's so important to know that when we do the things to make the changes in our own life, to declutter our own life, that it really does have that domino effect on our kids, on our spouse, on our coworkers, our friends, all those people around us that see how we feel and just can just see those changes that we've made. If you are ready to get started, you can book your own personalized power hour here. I'm going to drop this link into the chat box. So you can access it very easily. If you sign up for one of these personalized power hours in the next 48 hours, you will receive 50% off. Just use code half off during the checkout. It's normally 97 for the next 48 hours. It'll be only 49 and really it'll be 48.50 because it's half off. So, um, bonuses, like I said, I'm going to send you this weekly reset checklist. It includes a checklist that you can go through to just ask yourself questions about the week, plan for the week ahead. It also has that awesome printable that I use every week to just plan my week and really just set my week up for success. I'm going to throw in a second bonus, kickstart your decluttering journey in 7 easy steps. Just an easy to follow checklist you can see on the right. That's part of it. Just simple steps to if you want to start decluttering your kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom. There's a few other on the next page. Gonna send that to you as well. They'll all be emailed along with a replay. Feel free to share with anyone who might be interested. Again, when you're ready, go grab that link. Use that code half off. Sign up. If you have any friends who you know might be interested, feel free to share it. Appreciate that. Where to find me, here's my website, simplysallyco.com. And my three businesses, I am on Facebook and Instagram for all three of them: Simply Sally Coaching, Simply Sally Organizing, Simply Sally Creations. Um, I also offer in-person organizing. If you ever want help actually decluttering physical stuff and just don't know how to do it, you can reach out to me that with creations. I make all sorts of craft things, um, which is always fun. Does anyone have any questions? If you have questions, feel free to drop it in the chat box or you can always message me, email me after this. That's fine. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for coming and carving the time out of your day to be here with me. I appreciate it and love that you just took this time. I hope you found this valuable and I just hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Sally.
You're welcome, Paige. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.